Shady's back, tell a friend. Guess we're back, guess we're back, guess we're back.
Hello there! Let's do a quick unpack on a scene that I consider to be one of the most important moments in the entire MCU. The scene in Thor 2011, where our favorite space jockey tries to pick up his mighty hammer and absolutely fails. Like, not even a wiggle, bro. Quite embarrassing. Now, this scene is actually brilliant, because it's the exact opposite of what Thor thinks he deserves. He's used to walking into battle, swinging Mjolnir like an electrical baseball bat, getting praised left and right for being the golden boy of Asgard and the heir to the throne. But the second he grabs the hammer in the middle of the crater back on Earth, nope. The universe basically says, sorry bro, your personality has expired. And that is the whole point. Thor isn't worthy anymore. Not because he's weak, but because he's arrogant, cocky even. This moment strips him of everything. His powers, his confidence, his identity as the Prince of the Nine Realms. But what really sells it is the performance of Chris Hemsworth. It's all about the frustration, the confusion, the absolute disbelief, and lastly, the grief. You basically see him go through all 5 stages of grief in 10 seconds. For some, it may seem funny, even hilarious, but I would say that it's kind of heartbreaking, because this is the first time Thor actually has to confront the idea that maybe, just maybe, being a hero is about more than swinging a magical space hammer. What makes this moment even more powerful is the context surrounding it. Up until this point, Thor's entire worldview has been shaped by privilege. He was raised to believe that power is simply something you're born with, a birthright, a given, a shiny toy handed by him by destiny or whatever. And losing that power forces him to confront something he has never truly faced before: humility. This scene doesn't just mark the moment Thor can't lift a hammer. It's the moment life punches him in the ego for the very first time. Odin didn't enchant Mjolnir to punish him. He did it to teach him, to force him to look inward instead of outward, to push himself into becoming the kind of person who deserves the strength he once took for granted. What's also incredible is how the film frames this whole beat visually. Rain pouring down, the mud he collapses into, the way the camera sits with him instead of cutting away. It's dramatic, sure, but it's relatively intimate too, weirdly enough. Thor, the mighty god of thunder, reduced to a soaked, powerless man screaming in the mud. Who'd have thunk it, huh? That's not humiliation for the sake of comedy. That's the most gut-wrenching rebirth, if I've ever seen one. And let's be real. If Thor had just walked up, grabbed the hammer, and regained everything he just lost, his whole character arc wouldn't mean anything. This failure makes the later triumphs matter for the audience. It plants the seed for the Thor who sacrifices himself, who doubts himself, who keeps trying even when he's broken. This is where the hero begins, not with lightning, but with loss. And that is why this tiny moment in the mud is the real turning point of the movie. It's the birth of the Thor we love today. Worthy not because he's strong, but because he grows. It's small, it's quick, but it's absolutely foundational. And I think that's beautiful. Because without the mud to be splashed with, there's no thunder to be heard. Fare thee well for now.